Hey everyone, welcome back. We wanted to showcase a few rifles that we have today. This top rifle here is one I picked up about a year and a half ago. It is actually a Glenfield Model 60, and this particular one happens to be what they call the squirrel stock. As you can see, the little squirrel down there with the acorn imprinted in the stock. These were very popular back when they come out. They'd made these for years, and all the squirrel hunters that wanted to go out, and rabbit hunters, but it's unique to the squirrels. It's got the little oak leaves down here, and this one here is not in too bad a shape. The bluing and everything is pretty decent on it, honestly. As you go down through there, it's a little bit dark here. But what they did is they took the Marlin Model 99 and they made some improvements on it in the 1960s when they developed this one. Edward Nicole, I think that was his first name. I can't remember the first. He redesigned it, and it's a blowback system, but what they did is they put the micro groove barrel in here. So I believe there's a 4, 6, and 8 pass micro grooves going down through the barrel. And they replaced the steel tube that slides down in here with brass. So you can see the brass there behind the box on both of these. And the little steel tube was rusting. So they put the brass tubes in to eliminate that. Now, this one has the 22-inch barrel. It's got the longer feed tube, so it'll hold more rounds. I want to say 18 rounds. I need to double check that, but you can look online. But just very unique, very cool, stylish, and we like it a lot. And it'll shoot, it might shoot longs, but primarily it's 22 long rifle. Matter of fact, I haven't even read the barrel on this one to see, but the one down below it, I was going to tell you first, I put a Vortex Diamondback scope on it, 3x9x40, just something I had laying around. They're pretty decent quality. I cleaned them all up. As you can see, there's a lot of oil. I probably need to wipe that a bit before I put it away. But the one down here below, my wife bought me, and it's a composite stock on this one. Now this is an old Simmons Pro Hunter, and it's a 3x9x40 as well. This was on my Ruger number 1 that was gifted to me, and it is the most beautiful rifle I've ever seen in my life. But this is the older scopes where it looks like a TV tube. It's flat top and bottom and curved on each side. So it's definitely an older scope, but it works just fine. And this is the little newer model. Got a little scuff there on the pad. I have to probably scrub that off, but composite stock again. I've noticed that quite a few of these that has this type, I guess where they sanded it out, that shows up on the stock in this area. Yours might be like that. It's like a little knot in the wood. I don't know. But this is the 19-inch barrel. Brass tube, of course, so it doesn't seize up. But this one's a fair bit newer. We probably bought this in, 2001 or 2. And again, it's got the Simmons Pro Hunter scope on it. And we just love shooting them. They're just, this is more of a collector's item here. Kind of hard to find them. I think it was $179 for this one here. And then $80 for the scope that I had. So we put that on there so we can see the squirrels. Now, let's see if I can pick this up and move it over. I'll somewhat align the fronts here. And then you can tell how much longer that one is than this one. And from what I was reading, I didn't measure it, but this was a 19-inch here. The modern one's a 19-inch, and they'll only hold 13 rounds, maybe 14. I think this is 14 rounds, and this is 18 rounds. But I just laid out some really cool stuff. This is a beaver pelt here underneath. And I just love the outdoor stuff, squirrel hunting and whatnot. Got a few knives. This is my hammer forged from a forge. It is curly maple, I think, on the handle there. And it's just really pretty and small enough I can skin everything. He made the holsters, or the sheath, actually, not a holster on that. But it's Rising Star Forge Works. Leather and Forge Works. He does both. But I love that little knife. Easy to carry. Just got a belt loop on it. And this back here is my other little 22 that my grandson, Jacob, has claimed for himself, a Heritage Rough Ryder. I'm sure a lot of you recognize these. They're so popular, so fun. This one has the 22 long rifle cylinder and another one for the Magnum. And we just enjoy that a lot. My grandson's got a little holster that he puts it in so he can draw it out of and just have fun while he's out there. This is a really inexpensive holster that you can pick up for them. But one thing I did want to show, I just recently acquired one of these. It's a Native American Indian. It says Liberty there on the front. Oh, something's got on it. That's just the case, but then it's got the buffalo on the back. Absolutely love the buffalo or bison. And it's 1 troy ounce of silver. I wish I had enough to buy some more, but again, that's just a little spot on the case. That's not on my coin. Little serrated canoe knife you can use for skinning or cutting the squirrel around the legs. And then this coin here my grandmother had. It's a 1882. And I think it's so cool. Sorry about the light there. I can't really get it to go off of it. But I wanted to show some ammo and some of my favorite rounds. You can ignore this one. It's just a prop to hold the gun up. But yeah, they're semi-automatic blowback. As soon as you pull the trigger off, another round's loaded in. The charging handles are different. This one's more of a curve on the old 79 or 78. And it's got an arrow. So when you pull it all the way to the rear, you push in. That's what the arrow signifies. And it holds it back for you. Now this one does not have the last shot hold open. Now this down here, when I fire off the last round, it pulls it back and holds it open. You can see the charging handle on that one is more modernized. It's got a little bit of knurling on the handle and it's round. But they basically work the same. There's the release on the bolt there. And this one you just pull out and let it go forward. I don't think there's a release on that one. No. But you got your safeties back here, same place. This is all plastic. Yeah, I think that's metal. I'll have to look into that. I haven't had them out in a while. But I cleaned them thoroughly, went over everything. The stocks, I use Ballistol, which is both a solvent for cleaning and an oil lubricant type. You can even use it on plants. I mean, that stuff's amazing. It does have odor. Make sure you're in a ventilated area. But yeah, I love the little 22s. Everybody should have 22s. Now I'm kind of going in reverse order here. Let me come up here, I guess. These are the fun ones, the CCI Stingers. I have a health condition, as you can hear me breathing, but I'm sorry. I tried to get down in my safe. It's almost impossible to get up and down, for me to get up and down. And I couldn't get the CCI velocitors that I had. That's what I was looking for. But these here are quite fast, 32 grain. Always pay attention to the grain. Just a little bit lighter grain weight here. 1,640 feet per second. The case on these are a little bit longer than a 22 long rifle. But it is for varmint, and it's copper-plated hollow points there. I got 4 of those at least. Well, I'll just go to this one here. If I was to use my squirrel stock, the longer barrel to get more feet per second out of them, these Winchester PowerPoint, now it goes all the way up to 42 Let me think. Yeah, 42 grain. Call it PowerPoint 42 Max for small game. The bullet design, it's a maximum hollow point. They're flying at 1,320 feet per second. Yes, they're slower than the Stingers, but you're pushing 42 grain bullet instead of a 32 grain. 10 grains heavier. Well, what's on the box here, guys? That's from rabbits all the way up to, looks like possibly coyote. That could be a fox. I haven't explored into it, but I imagine that 50 yards or less, if you pop the coyote in the head, it's going to be in trouble. That may be an image of the fox there. We're going to scan over this way a little bit. And this is some of the ammo that I have. You got arms core, Aguila. You got standard velocity, and then this one here, super extra hollow points. Those are a little faster. I don't think Aguila publishes their feet per second. Well, this one here on the left does standard. 1130 feet per second on those. That's 40 grain. This one over here is 38 grain. But these are some that I've picked up a while back, and then more recently. 22 long rifle, 40 grain, 1,300 feet per second. That's super speed round nose, copper plated. So those would be great penetrating rounds, the round nose like that. I can get this to focus and me to hold still. So that's a little different. 1,300, 40 grain, round nose, copper plated. Here's another. And I must have put the one away that I bought. This is the same thing. I bought some that are hollow points. They're 40 grain and they are flying at 1,280 feet per second, and those are called or referred to as power points. They have a really big opening on the round. They're definitely hollow points. Then you got some over here for like gold medal target, federal premium, to get your accuracy down, maybe sight your scope in with them, get it set initially, and then always use the rounds that you're going to hunt with. So if you use something like one of these or these to sight in and get your scope close, then whatever round you choose, even though these say CCI mini mags on both right side there and left, this is a hollow point, and it says for varmints, 36 grain, 1,260 feet per second. These are 40 grain at 1,235, so they're heavier, flying slower. And then this one here, let's see, 1,235, 40 grain. So these two are real similar. It says target and blinking. So if you sight in for this round, make sure you use that round to hunt with. Now if you switch over to this one, it's going to fly probably a little higher, a little faster, lighter weight grain. So get the exact same rounds that you've sighted in with to hunt with. And this is something I just wanted to share with you all. A good friend of mine who gave me that Ruger number 1 I was telling you about, it's so beautiful. He gave me these antique shells here. Now my rifles probably won't cycle these. These are shorts, 22 shorts. That's Winchester. It's a leader 22 short. But very unique little tiny bullets in there. I'll try to get them open here in a minute. Now these are long rifle Remington high-speed clean bore. Some of you older gentlemen and ladies may have remembered these type boxes for when you was younger, a kid. This one here is a Winchester Super X. And see if I can get that package open for you guys. I'll be all over the place, but I'll try. I'm going to let you see some of them. I should have dumped some of these out earlier. Can't quite get to it. I'll get it here in a minute. And then Peters, 22 short here. 50 rimfire smokeless cartridges. DuPont was a manufacturer. What did they have to do? I think it was the primers or the powders that DuPont was involved with there. There was something else on the box here. Yep, DuPont again. And not sure on that one. But we also have some 22 Magnum up here and 22 Rim Mag. over there as well. And that goes in the little Heritage Rough Ryder pistol. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I've got some wipe down to do on the squirrel stock and get these put back away for the next squirrel season. Deer season's coming up here in Kentucky. Not this weekend, but the next for rifle. And we got some rifles that we want to try out. 357 Magnum Rossi 20-inch in my other video. If you want to link over to it, I've got a short as well. But these are just so enjoyable. Anybody can shoot them, no matter the age, pretty much, with adult supervision. And no recoil. And you'd be surprised with the varmints and stuff. If you live on a farm like we do, raccoons were killing the chickens. With possums kept coming in. We've seen a few bobcats. We've also had red fox out here having cubs from a den that they buried out in the back, and or not buried, but dug up out in the back. And so it's always good to have a 22 around, just in case. And they're just so fun, guys. You just got to get one. The other popular one is the Ruger 1022. My oldest boy has that. He's got the stainless with just the black synthetic on it, but he absolutely loves it. They're very accurate. These have the micro groove barrels, and I think the Ruger 1022, which is extremely popular, is hammer forged barrels. And Ruger makes a fine product. So you can't go wrong with either one. I just enjoy and like the looks of this Monte Carlo stock on both of these. That's what it's referred to as, Monte Carlo. Give you a cheek riser here to line you up with the scope. I just really enjoy these a lot. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.